Hey guys, it's Croncy, and it has been a while since I've posted a video. Anyway, the new starcitizen patch 3.12 is currently in the PTU, and it brings with it an array of changes to mining and the gameplay loop as a whole. So today, I'm going to take you through the basics and just a little bit of math, so when the patch goes live, you have everything you need to start getting your maximum UEC per hour, as long as you don't 30k. But before I get started, make sure to come over to twitch.tv/Croncy and hang out in some mining fleets, or just try to snipe me. Let's start off with one of the best changes so far. The mining UI has had a major facelift. The scanning bar has been improved, and all the information about the rock has been moved into this section on the right, including size, instability, resistance, and mineral percentages. Plus, just next to it, you've got a detailed description of everything you've collected so far during your run. And this is honestly the best quality of life improvement they could have put on the mining UI. Another great addition is the Quantanium timer on the left that lets you know when your load is about to blow up, so no more risky explosions hoping that there's time left. Plus, they've also added your speedometer all the way to the left while you're mining, which is a huge improvement. It all sort of comes together quite nicely, and I love the look of the energy bars when they fill up. The only quarrels I really have with the UI is that the energy charge bar and your laser energy bar are a bit too far away from each other, so it's hard to tell what's going on. So this brings us to the next part, which is all the balancing changes that they've been doing to rocks and mining components. Lasers overall have been nerfed, meaning it's harder to break better and more valuable rocks. However, there are way more good rocks. From all the runs I've done, I've seen dozens of rocks with 20% or more bexolite, quantanium, and other valuable ores. So on average, my runs have been way more profitable than previously. This also means that things like multiple prospectors or a fully crewed mole is actually a profitable way to mine now, which is a super welcomed change. Obviously, 3.12 isn't at live yet, so these numbers could change and mean that the rocks aren't anywhere near as profitable. So I'll be watching this and letting you guys know in future videos. But after you've been mining and you've got a full cargo, you've got to sell that ore somewhere. Which brings us to the biggest change in 3.12, the introduction of refineries. You can find refineries at each L1 of every planet, as well as her L2. Firstly, these stations with the new gas cloud tech look amazing. I'm a huge fan of the models, and they all look pretty unique. But you aren't here to look at fun models, you're here to make money. So after you dock at one of these stations, head over to these elevators and go to the refinery deck. Here you'll find the working innards of these awesome machines, and once again, I absolutely loved how these have been modeled. The refinery feels alive, with dust and clanging and ore melting across the entire section. Towards the back, you're going to find a double-tiered building. The bottom half, you can buy clothes, components, and consumables for mining, as well as rent the prospector and the ROC. The top half is where you will actually do the namesake of the building, refine. If you head to the ore sales computers, you'll notice you can sell the unrefined ore in your full prospector for a fair bit less than in 3.12. This is because all your profit now comes from the refining terminals. The mining gameplay loop now has an extra layer. For maximum profit, you need to refine your materials, load them up into a cargo ship, and sell them in a trade terminal. And lucky for us, any refining orders are part of persistence, so no losing your money to a 30k. Until you try to move it. When looking at the trade terminal, there are quite a few important things to be aware of, and without a quick guide it may be a bit hard to understand. So let's go over the different sections. In the top left, we have the bonuses this station gives to refining certain materials. Here we have an overlay of the workload currently in the station, which at the moment isn't actually implemented, but in future will make orders cost more if lots of people are using that station. Then we have an overview of your total load, and your current in-progress orders. So let's start up an order. Here we can choose what we want to refine, and which refining method we want to use. Each refining method has different costs, time to refine, and yields. For the most part, this is what you can expect from each different method, not accounting for station specializations. But you can always check yourself by going get quote after you choose one of the methods. This is one of the most important parts of the new refining process, as it comes down to what you want to spend and how long you want your refining order going. The two methods with the best yield, pyrometric chronalysis and Dynex solventation, have drastically different costs and also drastically different refining times. If you want maximum profit, you'll be choosing Dynex solventation, but you'll also be waiting about 32 hours for your order to be completed. Whereas pyrometric chronalysis gives you the same yield, but in much faster fashion. In trade, it costs significantly more UEC. You may be wondering how the specializations come into this equation. As an example, if a station has a 5% bonus to processing an ore, you will go to 99% yield using the higher yield processors, or 69% using something like the Cormac method. These bonuses will make a difference of several thousand UEC per run. These numbers though obviously are subject to change. But I've made a Google sheet for you all to check the refining specializations of each station in-game before you head out. The specializations are the biggest thing that are going to determine where you will be mining over the course of the game. For example, Crew L1 has a 5% Bexolite refining bonus, and Daymar, one of the moons of Crusader, has a ton of Bexolite deposits. Obviously, this is a match made in heaven, so that's where I've been doing most of my mining to see if I can find a nice, profitable spot. So, I've mined using the new UI, I've refined my ore, but now I need to actually profit. I can either wait until the order is complete, or I can end the order early and put it all in a cargo ship. Note, if you do end the order early, any unrefined ore will be lost. And then all you have to do is fly down to one of the 3 big trading centers in the cities and make your money. So, this brings a huge element into Star Citizen that didn't exist before. I can now spend a few days doing all of my mining runs and setting up these 30-hour plus refining orders, and then at the end of the week, I can spend a session grabbing it all and selling it. There's stuff I hope they do bring in soon, like being able to let organization members collect and sell the ore once the orders are done, or being able to purchase unrefined ore from players and refine it yourself for profit. Either way, I'm super excited to see what CRG do with this gameplay loop. If you like this video, give it a like and share it, it really helps a ton. And subscribe to be notified of my future Star Citizen videos. But for now, have a great day, and see you in the verse.